Good morning, Lady Mika. And all of you 20 that's up there in the sky, you know, if I wait for my 20 to come in. So I'm going to start. As you can see, my title, this is a relaxed day. Won't be that much rah-rah. Was not really never that much anyhow. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, this kind of like a lazy day. And I really didn't feel like coming to work this morning. As Lady Nika put it, come to work. She said, and she right, this is work. But I said, I'm going to try to read a couple of these stories that were sent to me. That's it. That's all, because I got to get out of here today. I'm getting claustrophobic, y'all. I literally been home in the house all this week. Wow, that's a new one for me, you know, in a long time. I got to get out of here today. I need some fresh air. So those that's here, you see the title. I'm not going to be doing too much. So I'm going to start this first story. Let me get to it. And I just saw this morning, y'all. Bear with me. They're both interesting. Well, I actually got three. This one I'll do real quick. Good morning, January Capricorn. Now, everybody know, wait a minute, let me turn this off. Everybody know who Judge Hatchett is, right? So it turns out that she got groped at this place that she went to with a sheriff meeting or something like that. I didn't get a chance to really research it because I guess it was sent last night. I just saw it this morning. So I'm attempting to talk about it, and everybody know who Judge Hatchett is, okay? So that's what I'm going to talk about first. Let's get to it. And I'm going to let y'all hear how this happened, then I'm going to move on. Yeah, that's true. So I'm not going to be on here long today, Lady Nika. And anybody that's not here can catch a replay. Good morning, Miss Queenie. Good morning. Hold on, let me get this first story. They put the fair rights, and I'm gonna play this real quick, and I'm gonna roll this up. At least this is not TMZ, because TMZ is just crazy, just crazy. Caps, call out the T speed. Let me get this speed going. Now I'm on a different gadget today again. Yesterday I did that did my live on my computer, and I hadn't did that in a long time. I quite like it better. I should have came on there because I don't got to go through a bunch of changes when I drop the link, but I'm not on there today, so we got to do it like this. Okay, here we go.
sheriff. The judge happens to be a television judge.
Wait a minute. I want the beginning so y'all can hear.
And Georgia sheriff decided to put his hand down the dress and touch the breast of a black female judge. This was a white male sheriff. The judge happens to be a television judge who used to serve in Fulton County as a state judge that is in the city of Atlanta. This is an update to a story that I brought you when it initially happened. Let's put up the picture of the sheriff and the judge. The sheriff.
Now, this is Judge Hatchett. The sheriff is a white guy. And I don't even got the speed good enough, though. I wanted the speed to go faster than that. Let's see. I hope this is the speed I was looking for.
His name is Cootie. Cootie is out of Bleckley County, Georgia. Cootie was indicted, officially now, indicted, okay? The woman you see is Judge Glenda Hatchett. Judge Glenda Hatchett was at a sheriff's convention in a place called Cobb County, Georgia. At that sheriff's convention, that white elected sheriff decided to put his hand down.
Now, listen, just because he newly elected, that don't give him the right. You know, this goes to show you that how much respect that this white sheriff, newly elected sheriff, how much respect he had for Judge Hatchett.
On her dress and touch her breast. He did this in front of her date, who's also a sheriff, a former sheriff named Thomas Brown.
Good morning, Diane.
Here's some background to this insanity. The Cobb County Solicitor's Office, they have officially charged a Georgia sheriff accused of groping a prominent former judge. Prosecutor said former Bleckley County Sheriff Chris Cootie groped Judge Glenda Hatchett at a sheriff's convention earlier this year. Okay. Now, I did some background on Sheriff Cootie. Sheriff Cootie, according to the record from post certification, records show the State Patrol fired Cootie in 2007 after a bizarre series of incidents resulting from a domestic dispute, including allegations he let a 12-year-old drive his patrol cruiser on the highway and hindered investigation of a domestic incident. But he then later decided to run for sheriff after being fired from the state troopers, and Bleckley County residents voted him in.
See?
Let's put up a picture of.
Now, do y'all think that if that was the black sheriff, he would be able to work anywhere in that town? After going through a series of things and having a 12-year-old driving a car, all kind of stuff he did in 2007, he get fired, then he come back and he get elected as sheriff. Now, y'all see what kind of stuff we go through? Oh, Lord.
Of Judge Glenda Hatchett. I want to say this for the record. Judge Hatchett is my friend. I've known Judge Hatchett for many years. She's one of the most remarkable people you will ever meet. When this happened, I received a phone call that night. I was aware of it. We recorded on this story.
And the thing is, the only reason why a lot of us hearing about it, I guess people in the town and close around on the East Coast heard about it, but it's not on the major news. Like if that was a black sheriff, there's no way that a black guy would have been hired in a position like that after doing the most all those years. Okay. Good morning, Voodoo, Nickel Buddy, Diet. I think I spoke to you. Good morning, Shirley, D. Dot, and whoever else up there in the sky. Please like the like as you come in. Thank you.
On Indisputable, I did not disclose her name because she didn't want her name disclosed at that time. Today, she's willing to have her name disclosed because she's getting ready to tell her story. Let's keep her picture up. Let me remind you of this remarkable woman.
No need for me to show a picture. Everybody know who Judge Hatchett is.
500 companies, HCA, the Gap Incorporated, etc. Hatchett presided over 2 Emmy-nominated nationally syndicated shows.
And let me move up some.
Brown said, and I quote, as I turned to my left to focus back on the two of them, I saw his hand go down her left breast, Brown said. I grabbed his arm and threw it off of her chest and basically said, what are you effing think you're doing? And that's basically where it ended. And that's according to the sheriff and other.
Now, I'm going to put this in my chat, but so you guys can hear it. He said that nobody helped her at the time, but this other black guy that she's praying to who invited her to this event. Nobody around did anything. So I was assuming then if that's the case, they're all white. But when I was talking to somebody else about it, they did know about it. They were saying, no, it's other black guys there, but this one black guy is the one who knocked his hand. And then later on down in the story, y'all gonna see the excuse that the sheriff had, and some of his buddies, I'm assuming he was drunk. No, he wasn't drunk. He wanted to grope her and embarrass her in a room full of people. And that's what he did. Because you heard him say she didn't even want her name out there. She really didn't even want to go there. Good morning, exclusively me. Good morning, Jessica B. Who else? Okay. Rhonda, good morning. I see somebody saying something to you, so good morning if you're in here. Okay. Now back just a little bit more.
The witnesses, Sheriff Brown grabbed Sheriff Cootie's hand and threw it off of Judge Hatchett. Now, I know I'm not supposed to say this, okay? Cop or no cop. That's a closed-face action response. Period. That's in the defense of others. It's completely legal. It's within the context of law. There's more. Sheriff Brown said he was so angry that his first reaction was to do more than take his hand off of her. There was my guess, so I was obviously upset, Brown said. Obviously mad. He was obviously intoxicated. And my response would have been that I obviously don't give a damn.
Well, obviously don't give a damn. To me, that's an excuse. And maybe he was just a little tipsy, but still not an excuse. Okay.
Brown said Hatchett told him the incident shocked her. After that, she had a rough time of it, according to Sheriff Brown. There's more information here that's not contextualized in the article. When this happened in front of other cops, including the president of the Georgia Sheriff's Association. None of them arrested Cootie.
See?
All of them.
Now, if that was a black newly elected sheriff, what y'all think that he'd be? Good morning, Boo Boo. Taylor Rogers. Okay. Let me see if I can share this. No, well, I don't think, oh, I can. Now, let me see. Because I want to put this in the link. But if I don't, I'll put it on my community wall for y'all to hear it. Now, I'm going to move on to the other story.
Because in the state of Georgia, an elected sheriff is a constitutional authority which has arrest powers throughout the entire state. Meaning every single sheriff at that Renaissance bar had the authority to arrest Cootie. It was done in their presence. It was done physically to a woman. And every single one of them did nothing. Not a damn thing. Not one of them utilized their powers for good to effect an arrest on Cootie for obviously sexually assaulting Miss Glenda Hatchett, a judge.
Wow.
Now, it doesn't matter that she's a judge.
So that's enough for that. Let me see if I can get this in my thing, and I want y'all to hear it for yourself. And when I drop my link, if you guys want to speak on it, you can, because I got another story to get to. And I'm going to try to get all three of them up into this hour here. Maybe in the next 30 minutes. Okay, there we go. There it is right there. I put it in the chat. You guys will be seeing it in a moment. Okay, let's move right along. There it is in the chat, you guys. Okay. Now, let's just move right along. Okay. Hello. Now, this right here is really crazy. Really crazy. Oh, I'm gonna start. And thank you for the story. I'm gonna start watching him. I never heard of him. I'm gonna start watching him. Good morning, King Roman News. So y'all grab the link and watch the rest of you on. Good morning, Marshall. Here we go. This is really crazy. Now it turns out this Florida mom makes her children drink bleach, and she blames it on a voodoo curse. What hit my mind, y'all, when I said this, when I first saw this was, so do you know this lady? Did you go put a voodoo curse on her? But I ain't gonna go there because I don't know if they're gonna take it as me just messing around being jokey-fied. Good morning, little Miss Nisi Pie. You sub to the guy? Yeah, I am too. I watch him often, love his crazy Karen segments. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start watching his stuff. So anyway, this lady thinks she had a voodoo curse on her, but this happened in Tampa, Florida. A Florida sheriff said his deputies took a mother into custody after she said she forced her children to drink bleach, and she killed one of them by choking them. Now, Osceola County, I hope I pronounced it right, Osceola County Sheriff Marcus said deputies responded to a church on Pleasant Hill Road for a possible homicide Sunday. The deputies found the suspect, 36-year-old Joanne Ziphar, and her 3-year-old daughter unconscious in the driver's seat of the car while 8-year-old was in the road outside the church. All three were transported to the hospital, Lopez said. Unfortunately, the 3-year-old was pronounced dead at the hospital. The sheriff said that the 8-year-old survived after being treated at the hospital, was taken to a family member, was taken to, I would say. After the Ascola County Sheriff's Officer Zipar was wanted for attempted murder, and all the Orange County was taken into question about the situation and about what happened to the children. Lopez and Zipar told the deputies that she was going to turn herself in, but wanted to have time with her children, first taking them from her relatives' home. Several hours later, she called a family member and told her that she had killed her 3-year-old, and the 8-year-old was also going to die, and then she would kill herself. Y'all, this is a black lady too. And I know y'all say, well, why am I always pointing out the race? Because this used to be unheard of, but black people doing it. And if they have been doing it, it's been undercover, I just don't remember me coming up seeing none of us doing anything like that. So I guess that's why I be saying like that. See, I'm an old-fashioned kind of woman, okay? Zipper told authorities she made both her children drink bleach from a makeshift drinking glass and choked the 3-year-old, according to the sheriff. I'm gonna put this in the link in the chat too. The suspect was the reason for doing this to her children is because the victim in Orange County must have put a voodoo spell on her. Read that again. The suspect said the reason for doing this to her children is because the victim in Orange County must have put a voodoo spell on her, making her harm her children. Now that right there lets you know that the lady had mental issues, believing in voodoo. And so I don't know if she's gonna stay in prison or anything like that. She was arrested, for the murder. But clearly there's an issue there, which don't excuse her doing it to her children. Don't get me wrong, but wow. And I wonder how this lady, why ladies have children and they be knowing. Evidently, they put it like this. She got a history of mental issues. Okay. Good morning, Bless. We still don't have. Girl, I ain't finna fool with you them chicken yesterday. Because you had my whole life. How does all start talking about food at the end? I spoke earlier, but you didn't see me. Hey, D Dot. She's speaking to you, Unfiltered Muffy. Please hit the like, thank you. Yeah, mental illness is real. Yeah, whole nutcase, y'all. Mental health is important. Pretty sure she cried out before and no one took her serious. And it makes me wonder, say if it was one of my relatives and I noticed that something's going on with her, we would immediately take custody of the children and get her some help before things get this far. And I think D-Dot, some of them don't know they be mentally ill. She probably thinks she's normal. That was a normal thing. I don't know. But I'm going to put this link in the chat too, just in case y'all want to finish reading it, because I'm trying to get everything in my little short time I got this morning. That's what I'm trying to do. So let me get over here and put this in there too, because I got one more, and then I'm going to drop my link and we can discuss each one if y'all want to. Okay. And thank you while I'm getting to the story for the compliment. Properly mortified. If you're in my bushes again. Okay. Okay, then let me get right here. Okay. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, I had to put the story in there. Y'all finna start seeing it right now for yourself. So that's, oh yeah, this one right here is really crazy, y'all. But we hear these stories all the time. This one is really crazy. This one, well, to me it is. It's just why people gonna do that to their bodies. I just don't know. You know, where is it? Okay, give me a minute. Now, y'all, this is really crazy. You know, women do this every day. I hate it when I see other girls that already with a big butt, for example, like Black China, and then everybody start getting their butt done in the hotel rooms and stuff. But this one's really well. Just fast forward. I'm just giving you an example of how people do things to their bodies. Anyway, this is exclusive. Jessica A said she'll do whatever it takes, 38 years old, and she traveled to Brazil to become the first known transgender woman to undergo a risky womb transplant to have a baby. Now, I didn't know that you can transplant a womb into somebody that's, transgender so they can have a baby. That's what I'm saying. Now, this is a weird one. This is a weird one right there. Okay. Okay. Jessica could become pregnant through IVF if she decided to go through with the $30,000 transplant. Currently, there has never officially been a successful womb transplant performed on a transgender woman. How they gonna put the fallopian? See, I'm so ignorant to this kind of stuff. How they gonna put the womb in there and the fallopian to all the stuff that females have inside their body? Don't y'all think this weird? I mean, I just never heard of that before. Now I don't know what all they do when they transgender. I don't know. But this is my first time hearing of one getting a womb transplant to have a baby. It's best I shut the fuck up about this talking. Why, Jessica? Good morning, prayed up. It's interesting, huh? Pookie and him to get your money. I'm just going to tell this story. Oh, okay. Now I hope that this not offending anybody. It's just a story that was sent to me, and I've never heard anything like that because no way I am what you call it, transphobic or whatever you call that. But it's just kind of weird because I never heard of that kind of transplant where you can have a baby. So I'm not trying to insult anybody, but I never heard. I've never. So this is new, and I am so ignorant to all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so Jessica claims she believes some transgender women have had the surgery in Brazil, and she's having a test before doctors allow her to have the procedure. Womb transplants, which cost $50,000 per operation. I mean, they get, transgender, they get their surgeries, but I never heard of nobody having a baby. And that's all I got to say on that one. So I wanted to mention that too. Now I'm almost at my halfway mark. I was trying to get those 3 stories in. I might not be going all the way into detail, but I was trying to get all 3 of them in my short time, if I make it to an hour. So not doing this story to offend anybody. So let me put that out there. I just thought it was interesting. That's all. Okay? So I have to put that out there before somebody think, oh, she going in on transgender. Because you got people that just go twist and run with stuff. It's just a story. Because I'm quite sure most of y'all haven't heard of that either. And if they can do that in this day and time, that's cool. Because technology has come a long, hell of a long ways. You know what I'm saying? Because just because you transgender don't mean you don't want no children. So it is what it is. So I guess that's something we'll be reading about pretty soon, if it's successful. There's my link if anybody wants to say anything. I'm going to start reading the chat now. Back at it, Miss Watkins. D-Dot. Honestly, Chanel, she ain't fast. Okay, this is a great surgery for infertility. Yes, it would be. It would be, Faith. It's a great surgery if it really would work, and then people can have children. No matter if you're biological or not, you can still have children. So that's why I said that was very interesting. Well, to prove that should be well documented. I don't know. This is just a story, Lollipop. That's what was sent to me. And I haven't really researched it very well. Because like I said, I just got these, I guess last night. I saw this morning. So I quickly read through a little bit and I decided to just come over and discuss it. I'll drop that link too. Several bio women have had successful uterus transplants and had, really, Jessica? Because the most I see usually adopt. I didn't know that. So, but then I don't know everything. And like I say, you ain't never too old to learn. I mean, it's successful over there and they went to Brazil. I maybe hadn't made it over here yet, but I didn't know that. Of course, we don't. I don't care. God made a woman to be women only. No, Rhonda. Now, see that statement right there? It, I know to others in me, it sounded kind of homophobic. You sound like when people be saying, God made woman, God made man. This 2022, how do you know that? See, God, in other words, God give man the knowledge of doing this. Where you think people get that kind of mind from? They got that for God. And if it wasn't meant to be, they wouldn't have that kind of mind like that. You see what I'm saying? So, so I can't agree with you on that one, but that's your opinion. That's your opinion, and I'm not knocking it. But like I say, how do you think they got the knowledge to do that kind of stuff? They got it from God. Okay? It's homophobic. And so, yeah, it is fake. Women are becoming obsolete, and I think that medical advance is going a bit far. I'm not religious at all, but dang, let women have wombs. Okay, everybody got their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, how do you think they got a mind like that to do these things? I mean, they got it from God, right? And however, I do know there's other spirits and people are going to say stuff like that. But I just want to be informed of which gender you started out as. I'm just saying, well, you do have to tell, from what I understand and what I read, you do have to tell your partner that, you was transgender. And that's why a lot of people get hurt, because they don't divulge just when they do get with their soulmate or whatever. A man can clone anything possible. I don't want to carry no child for 9 months. Yeah, that's why I can keep sending you these stories. No, that's the first one I got on this. It was just somebody sent me a story they wanted me to mention. But I usually don't get stories like that. And that's why I said that was interesting, because if that can be done, I think it's great. I ain't gonna lie. I think if it can be done like that, it's great. Because they make, see, people want children. I put you like that. Evidently, this woman want a child, want to treat it good. You got people that shouldn't be out here having children. It is, D-Dot, it's amazing breakthrough in the medical field of technology. Exactly. 2022, and then we ain't gonna be around longer. It's gonna be even, I think it's gonna be successful. It's gonna be a normal thing to do, so to speak. So that's how I see it. That's just how I see it. Okay, let's see who's back here. Oh Lord. Hey, Rhonda.
Hi.
Rhonda, you don't think that statement you made was homophobic, maybe just a little bit? But we got to respect everybody's opinion. I get that. That's if that's what you believe in, that's fine.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. I just think, well, I have my own mind,
Right.
and I just think the homosexual community is taking over the whole world, and I don't believe in that. That's my final statement. And you can
But
bring
that's fine if you believe in it. You're not the only one in the world don't believe in it. Everybody, everybody don't think like we all think, okay? But that's how you feel. That's just how you feel. And it was a little homophobic, but that's you.
no, my nephew is gay, and I
Okay, let me say this, Lady Nika, because I might have to rephrase something. I don't even have the energy to go back and forth, carry on, but blessing, it was weird. Me, she has no medical. Well, yeah, Lady Nika explained to y'all what I'm saying. And I guess me coming from my generation these days, it wasn't done like that back then. So maybe I shouldn't have used the word weird.
Yeah.
I should have used the word that, this is also something new to me. In other words, I don't mean weird,
Yeah,
like
under,
homophobic or
I
anything like that. So
understand.
maybe let me finish, Rhonda. So maybe I didn't phrase that right, you guys, because y'all know I'm not homophobic. So sometimes you got to rephrase stuff, you know, in a different way. If anybody took it that way, y'all know that's not how I meant it. Okay, now go right ahead,
Okay,
Rhonda.
I'm not transferring my energy on anybody else, but I just transfer my energy on myself. You know, you know,
Oh, so
okay,
Jessica, that's just like the donors are women who are brain dead. That's just like when somebody's brain dead and in other words, and they got to have a kidney transplant or something like that. So then they would be brain dead to get a wound. Okay, I get it. Okay. Like I said, no, I don't know everything. We apologize. You were hit by a mistake. Okay, that is the most concerning. Biblically, is wrong, but people aren't spiritual religious these days. And I'm spiritual, I'm saying I'm brought up in Christ. I still believe in Christ, you know. But I learned a lot since I've been on here about the community, hell of a lot. I learned also a lot because, like I said, I had 2 family members that have a partner, that's in the community. So I learned a lot. This is new. I think it's a little different, but I'm not a homophobic. Yeah. Yeah, that might be something to talk about, Roman, if you want to. This person said talk about it in your next show. I'll definitely be a part of that conversation. I'm gonna put that link in here too, just in case somebody do. So that's what they did. Because I was trying to figure out how, but that makes sense. People get all kind of transplants, heart, kidney, just whatever. Eyes. I would have never thought people can get eye transplants, stuff like that. So let me get back to this link, and I'm gonna put that link in there too as well, because it is interesting. So yeah, I'm glad Lady Nika said that, because I didn't realize that you're right. Somebody might take it the wrong way. So I had to change that. I had to rearrange how I said it. Yeah. Yeah, because that's just the way it is. Sure. Now, I'm gonna put the link in there. Let me get back over here. Because it is interesting. It's interesting me. It's interesting. Okay. I think I got it in there. There we go. Y'all see it in the chat? I think that's it right here. If anybody interested. So that's why it was interesting to me, because I never knew that they actually did a transplant. Facts, many, they kill me when they pick and choose a sin. I know. And that all sins equal. How could you pick and choose? Most cancer institutions make their money off of the treatments, and it's so expensive. Who knows? Maybe in the next 10 years or so, it probably won't be as expensive. It'll be the norm. But these people really want children, though. People want children. She'll probably be a better mother to this lady that talking about her kids. She was voodoo, and her kids drank bleach. We all going to hell. We follow the Bible. And that's your opinion. Because I do believe in the Bible, but everybody don't have to believe in the Bible. You see, we all different. I'm fine with the surgery they will need. I mean, not be able to conceive naturally, but I'm glad families who want children would be able to have. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The transgender sports guidelines for them to participate. You remember a while back, it was a big issue about should transgender men that transfer to a woman was it fair for them to be on a ladies basketball team, football team, soccer, whatever sport it is a big issue about that. They can say naturally they're supposed to be still naturally stronger. You remember something like that, King Roman? Huh? Like that with the police. Yeah, so but anyway, y'all, do anybody want to discuss any of these stories? However, I know I didn't go into detail because, like I said, I just saw this morning, read it quickly, and wanted to come on here, and just touch on it a little bit. I think I already dropped my link. Gluten is not biblical. No, it's not. It's a sin, man. But it's a sin, man. Anything that you do excessively, we ain't supposed to be stuffing ourselves like that. Well, they say it's a sin. I don't think it's fair, honestly. What do you mean? You don't think which one is fair? The transgender swimmer is getting hecked right now. So there is a swimmer that's getting hecked right now. Bring up all the sins if you want to talk about what's biblical. Yes, that's true. And each sin is equal. I don't care. Murder's equal to stealing. Okay? No sin is greater than the other. Biblically, they are stronger. I think they should have transgender sports too. Yeah, maybe, because it was a big deal, about the sports team. And Rhonda, you didn't have to drop off. That was your opinion. But I'm just telling you how it sounded, and then you ain't the only one that believe like that. So I can't knock your opinion. Good morning, Maxwell. Yeah, I'm going to tell you the truth, though, Maxwell. I started out to do a live this morning, but then I said, no, I got these stories. And I don't want to, I'm not going to tell you to send something to me if I'm not going to discuss it anyway. I assume that, some people, other people they haven't heard of it, might want to discuss it and join the discussion. You know what I'm saying? Royalty. I as a man wasn't treated the same. Oh, okay. Okay, King genetically it's unbalanced, so that wouldn't be a fair fight. Well, that's what they were saying, Voodoo. I know y'all remember that. That's what they were saying. See how long I've been on here. Okay. I predicted that I would be on here about 30 minutes. It's 37. I will drop my link one more time. I put all 3 stories up there just in case somebody do want to discuss it. Because it is interesting. It is. But I never knew that, it was a transplant like that. Maybe that's why I said it was interesting to me. It is what it is. And then, y'all, I don't care about people running with stuff, that not just this, anything. People, when they listen to you, they use a fine-tooth comb to pick out one sentence that you say to make it into something, embellish it, and run with it. Okay? I just need to do my research. Yeah, because I haven't had time to do it. That's why I told y'all that, truthfully. I just saw this morning because I started not to come on. I said, okay, now I'll come on and, put this out there just in case. Thank you, Faith. Bless our blessed Watkins. If y'all want to let the old girl the blessing, go right ahead. Voodoo. RG Voodoo. So, basically, that's it. As far as the YouTube stuff, I'm kind of tired of the Jay Wilson saga because the more we keep talking about it, he's loving it. He's over there talking about he's still getting a coint. Okay? But I think he looked like he hurt, sound like he hurt. It's because he's bothered and he see now everybody don't like him like he think. The fact that you start doing this Thunderdome, I found out would have been about 7 or 8 months. You never have been, because some people think that he's the top content creator over there. No, you're not. No, you're not. There's people with double and triple and quadruple the number, but to the people that don't know him that well, they haven't been here, start watching him when he started doing the Thunderdome, and they think he's all this and all that, but he's not. So I just thought I'd throw that out there too. But you're not. People don't like you. They still sit in your chat. All the ones that probably called down there on you. Okay, Rhonda, you back there, huh? Hey, Rhonda.
Hey, one thing, for sure, there are sins, and one sin is not greater than the other one. Because if you stood a penny, you might have should have sold $1,000. But they also called some things about abomination. There's only two things: blasphemy and oh man, I can't think of it.
Well, what you thinking of
Blasphemy
it?
and
While you thinking of it, let me read this from Voodoo. Miss Bless, I meant to send you an article about the Calvin Klein ad where there is a pregnant man. Oh, really? That's interesting too. Yeah, send it. You know, it's like a reading. I don't have time to really read that. You know what I'm saying? It won't be me just saying it. You know, like I'll talk about it tomorrow or something like that. But this morning was a rushed kind of thing. Hey, Nikki. Now go ahead, Rhonda. I just
oh,
wanted to read it.
I know what it was gay. Um, being gay is an abomination to the Lord.
Oh,
You know,
Lord.
as we read our Bibles. Just think, you know.
Oh, Lord have mercy. People were gay even back in biblical time, Rhonda.
No, they were. That's why they burnt. I mean, they struck
Girl,
down
I'm
the
trying to get
Babylon.
into the
That's why
Bible,
they
honey.
did that. History is repeating itself. Plus, and you know, I didn't want to talk to you about this, but you know, you can look it up on your own.
The
God.
thing else, I just wanted to report the story. If people want to read it, research it, if some content creator want to talk about it, you know, I dropped the link in there. They have time to research it, but I didn't this morning, so I thought I hit on it a little bit. But I don't want to go into the Bible, right? You know, have you noticed I don't really go into the Bible over here like that?
Oh, bless.
I
Um,
don't. I'm
um,
not doing the reading
guess what I'm
stuff
making
like
right
that.
now? I'm making
Now,
some taco salad,
he
and
over there being fake chaplain. Jay Wilson, listen, Jay Wilson over there being a fake chaplain. So
I'm making
maybe
some
if we go
taco
over there,
salad
he'll
with
discuss
nacho chips.
with you.
With nacho chips, it costs $1.99, and I'm making taco salad for real,
There's
girl. I'm
man,
making taco salad.
years ago.
I
Oh,
put
really,
some
Faith?
diced tomatoes in there, and chili powder, and
I don't care, but I'm
all
not
kinds of.
talking about that food. Rhonda,
No,
stop, stop. I'm serious. I'm serious, Rhonda. Rhonda, you ain't hear me though. I'm very serious. I'm not
Bless.
fit to.
I
I
really
am
think
not
you should
gonna
make a
change what
cooking
I'm
channel.
talking about now. I'm
I
telling you
really
now.
think
If
you
you
should
ain't
make
hear me, I'm just
a
gonna remove you. I'm serious because I
I
want to
really
stick to what I'm talking
think,
about. I get ready to
you
drop
know,
you.
you
You
should
go
make
back
a
here.
cooking channel. Bless.
I don't want to hear it. I'm
Okay,
not talking about all that right there.
I
Hey,
really
hey,
think you should make a
Faith, is
cooking
that
channel.
you? Faith.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the Bible. I'm not going to go off what I'm talking about now.
Okay,
Come on now.
I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about
Yeah,
you making your cooking
and
channel.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking about what
I
you're
would
talking
love
about.
it.
Good
I would love
morning,
it.
Diamond. Rather
I
stop
would love
showing your
it.
booty on the live. Yeah, stop showing your booty. Come on now. I don't want to hear about no food while waiting on my lunch, right? Church lady already hungry. She don't want to start discussing no food. Lest she do
I'm
not.
blessed. I need you to make a cooking show because you
No,
can cook
she
so
dropping
good.
her dog. She's sitting up here playing like she don't hear me. I don't have patience like she be doing over there. I don't.
And she think it's funny. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping the dog because she playing like she not hearing what I'm saying.
Oh,
You not
okay.
steer me off in another direction. I promise you that. Now stop.
But what I
Okay.
was gonna say, it was a man that had a baby. Well, it's actually a transgendered man that had a baby. She was a woman that transgendered to a male, and she had a baby. The baby should be maybe about 10 years now, 10 years old now.
Oh,
That had
I've
been
seen
done.
that I seen that.
So yeah, so that was what I was coming up to say. But I think this uterus transfer would be excellent for people who can't have children and really want it. That I mean, science has really come a long way.
well, yes, it has. Because I don't even know this. What you telling me? Like I said, I still learn something new every day. We all do. You know, especially in these days and time. And I'm from a totally different generation where I have been learning a lot since I've been on here for real. A
Right.
hell of a. So 10 years old, 10 years ago. Okay, so this is not a new thing like I was thinking.
But it
Child, I
wasn't
see
a
you
uterus
like
trans. It wasn't a uterus transfer. She still had her uterus,
uh-huh.
but she was married to a trans woman, and they had a no. She was married, yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Rhonda. Girl, I had to let you go. I'm sorry.
You ain't sorry, girl. Stop fighting.
No, I'm not sorry in a sorry way. You know what I'm saying? I had to let you go, because I'm over here being serious, about stuff I'm just not learning. And I'm going to look for that story too, then, Faith, when I really have time to really take my time today and look at these stories again.
Yeah, but I remember that she had quite a few problems. I think some form of cancer, uterus cancer or something. After that, it was a lot in how the insurance wouldn't cover. No insurance would cover her. It was a lot of stuff that goes along with it. I don't know if the laws have changed now that they start covering more things if you're transgendered, but I know she had a really hard time getting coverage.
Oh, okay. Now, Taylor said, but she was born with reproductive system. Okay.
She was a
Yeah.
woman.
Okay. That's just like I told y'all, I had a friend with the two sexes. We never knew that in school. We just noticed that he never took gym. He always hung out with us girls. And we didn't find out years later, when we was grown. We were grown then about that. So I'm saying this to say, I don't know if did I mean what they say, Dave, what do you call that when you're born with two sexes? A hermaphrodite or something?
Hermaphrodite.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what kind of organs did he have? A womb? They had a womb. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he had a reproductive system. Now that I'm thinking back on that, but we never knew that he wasn't gay. He had two things. We never knew about that. It stayed quiet. Right. And I guess I had never heard of that either until we found out years later because we heard people talking. And I'm thinking, wow. So I don't know. I almost fit to use the word, it's a weird thing, but it's not a weird thing. It's life. People are born like that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I have to choose my words wisely before people run and say the wrong thing. But then again, at the same time, I know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So at the same time, I really don't give a damn. Because
like sometimes people, you got new people here, Bless. It's best that you do explain what you mean because you have new people here and you really don't want to offend nobody unnecessarily.
Exactly. That's why when Lady Nika said that, I realized somebody might take that and run with it. But y'all just here all the time with me. Y'all kind of get my personality and my wording. So yeah, that's why I say, okay, maybe I'm saying it the wrong way. Let me reiterate. Let me rephrase. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. New people will take you wrong. And old ones too, but they don't really take it wrong. The older ones, they just, want to get something going. I have a cousin that was born both sex, and when he got grown, he picked to transition to a woman because he probably felt more like a woman, like my friend explained it, had more hormones, female hormones, I'm assuming.
I honestly feel that's the best way for it to be done because back in the day, the parents would choose the sex and not always got it right. So I think that's the best way to do it is to let your child be what they want to be.
Exactly. But at the same time, you never know how it's going to turn out when they get grown. So you're right. Let them grow up, figure out what they want to be on their own, and let them do it when they get grown because you're right. They never get it right. They want a little girl, they pick a girl. Well, it turned out they might have more male hormones. So you're right about that. I'm in the community, and I can tell you both have a homophobic, transphobic bone in your body. I can tell you don't. Okay, Rainy Poos, thanks for that. And I hope I said your name right, Poos.
No, it's Rainy Putz. Rainy Putz.
Okay, Putz. Okay. Reassignment surgery is the most painful thing anyone can go through. So they're serious about their decision. Yeah, and they have time to think if they know what they want, they know how they feel. But sometimes if I think about my friend from back in the day, he went through a lot though. The people that did want to pick on because he was gay. So that always have been around like that. But like I said, I realized he wasn't. He was born that way with two sexes. He chose to go be the woman side. He had more women hormones, really pretty, beautiful eyelashes. I mean, just very feminine, And kids picked on her too back then, so that ain't gonna never go away. They still do that these days.
Okay, well, that's all I have really come up there to say. And also about these Bible thumpers that we have in the chat. My whole thing is I can respect your opinion more if y'all don't pick and choose what's a sin to y'all when we're drinking, fornicating, and doing any other thing we want to do, lying, stealing, lusting. So I mean, that people, we ain't want. It's not for us to judge whatever people do. That's God.
Exactly. Exactly, because gossiping is supposed to be a sin, if that's the case. And I'm on
Exactly.
here gossiping every day. So I guess I'm sinning.
We all
Okay.
sin. If we didn't sin, we would be Christ. That's the only person that was born here to this earth without sin.
Yeah, because I definitely ain't perfect. None of us are.
All right, I'm gone.
All right. Thanks for coming up, Faith.
Uh-huh.
So if anybody got anything else to say about one of these subjects, go ahead. Let me reiterate. The lady said she was voodoo, so she made the kids drink bleach. And it said the first known, as y'all see the title, I had put it in my chat, the first known transgender to get a wound. They saying it's the first known, but Face just said somebody 10 years ago was a child born and perfectly healthy somewhere. Okay. So I don't know how that could be. A woman undergoing risky transplant. Okay, so that's one story. And Judge Hatchett get groped by this elected sheriff who in 2007 had to get let go and did all kind of stuff, but then they still elected him as a sheriff. Well, I put all three things in the title if anybody interested in going to see it. All y'all eating pork, he said, don't do. And that's just how some interpreted that blue. Everybody interpret that different because we definitely eat some pig. We definitely eat some chicken, pig feet and stuff like that. You know, because that's the case. Shrimps, we're not supposed to be eating shrimp. They grow in the nastiest part of the water, the sewer part of the water. That's why the Muslims only eat that whiting fish. They're supposed to be a clean fish. We're not supposed to eat catfish, you know, fish without scales. So we're sinning all the time. Because I'm going to go eat some pork today. I'm gonna do a big sin today, too. Tell you about it. Okay? I don't even know what a sin is. You can't police mortality plus have felt right and compelled to kill in the name of whatever. Yes. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, pray with most folks should hush. I'm eating bacon. Yeah, girl. I'm thinking about making me a bacon sandwich this morning, rainy puss. I got a lot of pork in there. And my hubby love him some shrimp. So he definitely be sinning. I'm putting some bacon in my peas. Yeah, that season real good. Now I can talk about some food, Rhonda. You because I only got 8 minutes. But you weren't trying to deter me about no food right now, honey. I was trying to talk about this. So don't be mad. And what if you do? I don't care, but I'm just saying that wasn't the right time, babe. And I didn't want to talk about no Bible. Y'all don't see me coming over here talking about no Bible. Once in a while, I might say something, but I don't mix that with this, what I'm doing now. I'm not none of Jay Wilson. I don't do that. I'm over here in the beef sector being messy, trying to get a few kikis and stuff like that. Don't be telling me about that. I just ate a country ham and egg biscuit. Oh, wow, that sounds good too. Y'all, and I haven't ate breakfast yet. I was supposed to eat fish every day. Well, that's what they say though. Well, like I said, nowadays we don't do all of that. The way I was brought up, I had to wear dresses under my knees, no makeup, nothing red. You know, we didn't put on no red lipstick. We did. We looked like a jazzy bell. All that old fashioned stuff. No, it's not like that no more these days. And those that know what I'm talking about that came up in the church, y'all know we couldn't wear no red to church. I never understood that though, but that we couldn't wear no red. Definitely don't put on no red lipstick looking like a woman of the world is what they said. You know? Yeah, Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ. Sure did. Apostolic, yep. So no. So yeah, we had all kind of crazy. Well, maybe I shouldn't say crazy, because that was the, you know, we thought that was the right thing. That's how we was taught. But once you get on your own and you start seeking Christ for yourself and not doing the same thing as your parents, you got to find them for yourself. Then you start believing in different stuff to believe in. Yeah, you're right. Yep, no red nail polish, nothing red. You know, we looked like a jazzy bell if we did, so they said. Okay, so it was said. So that's how that went. But I don't know. I don't want to go too deep into that either, but I'm just saying there are things that were back there then we don't do these days. Huh? It was silly then, it's silly now. And I'm Cody. Yeah, silly. Because all of that religious stuff that we had to do, I'm no longer religious. I wasn't then any, not really, but it was what, my dad and my uncles did, the pastors, So that's how that was. I grew up Baptist and we cursed. See? That was called a sin too. Never wear pants to church. Yeah. Let me see when I start wearing pants to church. How many years has been since when people started being able to wear pants to church? Oh, that was totally unheard of. Never wear pants to church, never wear an anklet, because that meant you were soliciting. Yeah, then the women, they always say sit, that was soliciting for real, sit in the front row. They didn't have some of them, those you can tell, because they didn't put their little lap thing over their lap, what you call it? I forgot what we called it. They sit right up front. So they would jazzy bells. They don't know the people in the church were talking about them bad behind their backs. Yeah, we wear anything to a funeral now. Ladies wear pants. The men put on some jeans and a t-shirt and all like that. Like when I was in Louisiana, it was a church down the street and there was a funeral. This was 2001, 2002-ish, something like that. And I seen all the people walking down the street to the church. Oh my God, looked like they were still kind of old-fashioned, walking with some after five dresses and stuff. Oh, I mean, they were dress girls like I watched the talent show. And I remember thinking back then, oh, they behind times. They really was dressed, y'all. And I was thinking, wow, they just, to dress, but that little town was still kind of behind anyway, because it had ditches that wasn't closed in, and they would put that acid in the ditch. I guess it was supposed to kill mosquitoes or something. So, yeah, and to me, they were behind times. So I'm trying to think now. So that means we start wearing pants to church in the late 90s or something. Oh, Jehovah's Witness still kind of old-fashioned like that, girl. I'm telling you, they very strict, because I had a friend with Jehovah's Witness, and I kind of studied that for a little while. But, I didn't believe in their teachings. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, you would listen to other teachings to see where you at. And you'll know where you at. Everybody got discernment. It'll hit your spirit. You'll know where you at. Read is certain literature and movies indicate danger. Notice how actors in movies who wear red always is up to something bad. Yeah. Red was just overall bad. Let them tell it. But y'all think I hit my hour. Okay, I didn't think I was going to stay here an hour. I put in the title everything I was going to talk about. So thank y'all coming. And, I'm not looking for the rah-rah. I really appreciate that, because that's not where I was today in my mind. And I want to try to get up out of here today, y'all. I done got bored. I've literally been in the house all week. But the good thing about it was I was able to catch a lot of YouTube stuff. Yesterday I watched Brianna, Miss Pizarro, Properly Bonafide. Who else? What's her name? I don't be going over there. Nikki, I even stopped over there. I was busy, y'all. I was buzzing around like a bumblebee. I'm telling y'all, I was busy. Okay, exactly. Do you do field service? Rainy pods? Pray harder. Yep. Used to prison Pioneer too. Have a good week. Yeah, a good week here, everybody, just in case I don't see y'all tomorrow. And thank you for my new 55 subscribers. Okay. 55 subscribers. Now, some people get more than that in the last 28 days, but in the last 28 days, I've gained 55 new subscribers. So thank you, new people. You're right about that, face. It's new people. They don't know my personality yet on this YouTube. So you're right about that. You got to reface stuff, But I might try to get, well, if I don't come on, if I do come on tomorrow, it'll be some more of the stories, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to really, really research it, but I will look at it again. I hit the surface. That's all. That's all it was. I hit the surface a little bit, so I don't know. Then again, my grandbaby might be over tonight, so I might just plan a day with her like I normally do. And everybody know on Sunday he ain't coming on because I be yonder at the church house. And usually I filmed my niece because she got to talk for Mother's Day, but I didn't put it on here. I think I only just, played a little worship music because some people like to hear that who can't get out and go to church. So that's why I do that sometimes. That's why I used to say that I wish Pastor Juicy Booty over there would just tell people to go out and find a Holy Spirit filled church. Because every time we discuss church, it was something negative, y'all. Negative. Happy Friday 13th. Oh, that's right. Today is Friday 13th. Now that's a suspicious thing too. Not suspicious, that, but y'all know what I'm saying. I don't really believe in that. But people do. I guess it's something just to say Friday the 13th. Damn, y'all. Just went through my mind. In November, I think it's been a couple years now, on a Friday the 13th is when my older sister passed. Remember I came and told you I had a sister that passed? It's on a Friday the 13th. Well, I'm not finna get on Fifi's, I still love her, you know what I'm saying? But I won't even think about the good memories nowadays. I just looked at that date and thought about it. Since somebody just said it's Friday the 13th. I didn't realize that. Y'all know what the music about. Who going live? I know Lady Nickens is planned for 10 p.m. I don't know. I'm at the Search the Street. It's sitting around the Pizarro. Anybody that I watch is going live. ODS say he coming back. I don't think he's back yet. And I'm talking about people who I watch. But now and then I go off the grid and watch something else. Because I told y'all I was watching a little bit of Nikki. Because y'all read the Heart of Philadelphia was over there just dragging. And people do call them Jehovah's Witness. But you know what, y'all? Saying them Jehovah's. I won't say it like that because Jehovah is God's name. Okay? But to each his own. So y'all have a blessed and safe weekend. Now, if something good come up later on, yeah, superstitious. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, superstitious. I don't believe in that. I'm not superstitious like that. I mean, drag, but I ain't gonna go into that either because I'm over that too. Okay, the people that get dust from me is gonna continue to get the dust, like I've always have did. Got the diamonds, y'all. Yay! As we're going out, little music, little jazz for your listening pleasure. I remember when I was growing up, my peers thought I was weird when it came to music because I've always had taste for the blues and jazz. I used to love me some B.B. King, okay? Tyrone Davis, Bobby Bland, because I hung around my older sisters, of course, and they played blues, so I developed a taste for blues, okay? And I love my jazz. But with that said, toodaloo, toodaloo.